Hi friends, and a very warm welcome to all of you in this e-learning session that is organized by Shri Karmancha Vidyadhan. Welcome to Science by Harsha Ma'am. Friends, in our last lecture, we saw about the various characteristics of sound, and in our today's session, we are going to discuss about the speed of the sound. Now, if we talk about the speed of the sound, then sound is traveling with different speed in different mediums. Depending on the medium, the speed of the sound is there. Yes, it is somewhat something like that. Where the sound is traveling over there, it depends on that medium. Alright, so sound depends on the medium. In the various different mediums like solid, liquid, gas, in all the three mediums, the speed of sound is different. Now, you might be thinking how it is possible like that. Yes, it is possible because we are knowing how the sound is traveling, how the sound is propagating. What actually happens is the molecules come together, then the molecule gets spread out, then again they come together, again they spread out. So if the molecules are very close to each other, it becomes very easy, the movement becomes very easy. But if the molecules are far from each other, then the motion of the sound particle also becomes less. So that's why the speed of the sound is different in solid, liquid and gas. Speed of the sound in any medium depends on two things. The very first one is the density of the object. The density of the medium in which the sound is propagating, on that basis we can predict about the speed of the sound. The second thing on which it depends is the temperature. Speed of the sound is depending on the temperature also. For your kind information, in your textbook only, they have given the speed of sound for different temperatures different. For 20 degrees Celsius it is 343, 22 it is 344, at 25 it is 346. So whenever there is a rise in the temperature, the speed of the sound increases. For the average temperature for the rise of about 1 degree Celsius temperature, leads to increase the sound speed by 0.6 meter per second. So by 0.6 meter per second, that means in 1 second 0.6 meter, that much increase is there in the speed of the sound if there is rise in just 1 degree Celsius temperature. So for 2 degrees Celsius, the change will be of about 1.2. For 3 degrees Celsius, it will be about 1.8, and it goes in a proportionate manner. So this is about the speed of the sound. You need to remember that speed of the sound for mostly 344 or 346, sometimes 334. That is how we are doing, we are calculating. And even in your book, one whole table is given that is about the speed of sound in the iron, which is 5100 meter per second, in the fresh water, which is 1350 meter per second, then in the sea water about 1500 meter per second, and in the air it's 334 meter per second. So that is what the 4 things which you have to remember. One very important thing, that speed of the sound which we discussed, and also you need to memorize it, that speed of sound is more in solids, maximum in solids, than in liquids, than in gas. Alright, maximum it is in solids, and after that liquids, and after that gases. So this is about the speed of the sound. Please note down this. Then we'll move further on the next particular topic. Be quick in noting. Quickly note it. Then next particular thing based on the speed of sound. We are knowing that during lightning, flash of light is seen first, while the sound of thunder is heard afterwards. This is the common give reason you are learning since your lower standards. Why it is happening? So right now only you saw that the speed of the sound is what? About 334 meter per second. And the speed of light is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. So if you just observe the change, speed of light is about 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Speed of sound is about 334 meter per second. So here you can observe that speed of light is about 10 raised to 6 times more as compared to the speed of sound. Because the speed of light is 10 raised to 6 times more as compared to the speed of sound, we can say that because of this reason, light is seen first while sound of thunder is heard later. During lightning. Alright, note down this, then we'll see further. So now next particular concept with respect to the speed of sound. Sometimes what happens is speed of the sound becomes greater sometimes speed of the source becomes great. So we are going to talk about one fact where speed of the source that is producing sound is more than the speed of sound. What are we talking about? We are talking about one fact where speed of sound is more than the speed of source is greater than the speed of sound. Now when the speed of source is greater than the speed of sound, for example in the supersonic aircraft, what happens is the source is going with some speed and sound is also going with the speed. Source is going at a speed which is greater than the speed of sound. So what will happen, suppose in the aircraft, near its plates, all the sound particles, the sound energy will get accumulated in the form of conical waves like this, and these waves are called as shock waves. And these are originated only when speed of the source is greater than the speed of sound. Then the waves, the sound waves, they get collected near the aircraft over here, and what are these called as? The shock waves. These shock waves, when they are on ground, near the ground, if for just about 1 second they are produced, even for a fraction of a second if they are produced, then what happens is they create a very big explosion of sound which is called as sonic boom. And this sonic boom is very much dangerous. It can even crack glasses, damage buildings, etc. And yeah, remember that this ratio, this can come for your higher level exams. Mach number, it is the ratio of speed of source to speed of sound. If the speed of source is greater than the speed of sound, then in that case what will happen is through this Mach number you can judge that its ratio is greater than 1, and then you can say whether the sonic boom or the shock waves will be generated or not. So this is what about you have to keep in your mind. Alright, the shock waves and all. Once again, when the speed of the source is greater than the speed of the sound, then in that case what happens is these shock waves, they get accumulated near the aircraft, and because they are not able to compensate with the speed of the aircraft, so once they get accumulated, this conical shape waves get formed, and these are called as shock waves. These shock waves, when on the ground, they are producing large amount of destruction, and that sound that is produced is called a sonic boom. It is so high that it can even crack glass or it can even damage the buildings. So just quickly note down this, then we'll move further. Just few words are there, be quick, then we'll move further. Now, the next particular concept, which is the reflection of sound. If we talk about the reflection of sound wave, if we talk about this, the reflection of sound wave, then what actually happens, like light wave, in your class 8 you have studied about the basic way the light is incident on any object, and then it gets from there it gets reflected, and then it goes to the observer's eye. In the same way, whatever is the sound, it will get first it will strike with the object, and then it will go to the ear of that some other person, and after reflection it will go on moving. So that is generally the way the light waves are going. In the same way the sound waves will be going. This is the source which is producing the sound. Suppose here is the obstacle. The sound wave is going like this. Sometimes the sound wave comes back. And here comes a new concept, that is echo. But echo is not always generated. It is generated only in some kind of circumstances. What are those circumstances? For that we need to understand one thing. That is the persistence of hearing for human being. For the human ear is of about 0.1 second. Alright, the persistence of hearing is about 0.1 second. This persistence of hearing so this is how the echo is heard. That is, the source is generating some kind of sound, and that it gets reflected back and the echo is heard. Now coming to the next particular thing, that is the persistence of hearing. For human being, the persistence of hearing is of about 0.1 second. Now what is this persistence of hearing? Even in your class 8 you had the persistence of the image, whatever you are seeing in your brain, it remains for about 1/16th part of a second. Try to recall, when we were doing light I had explained you, and that's why you feel sometimes what is the rate in the movies they are showing, in the theaters they are showing, all these things were discussed. That is the number of images that are coming per second. Same way, if the sound, original sound and the reflected sound, if it is heard in the span of 0.1 second only, then and only then the echo is created. Alright, so for the echo to get generated, there is some particular minimum amount of distance, so that after it will get reflected from there, then only then you will be able to hear it. For at your home, you cannot hear the echo unless and until it is totally empty and you are not living in that particular room. One more thing. Just imagine that you are on the mountain cliff. There you are able to hear your own voice will come again back. What is the reason for all these things? The reason is, if at all we are hearing this reflected sound again, then we will be within this interval, then we will be able to hear the echo. So for the echo to generate minimum amount of distance, suppose the distance traveled is d. Alright, now we are knowing that speed of sound Let it be 334 meter per second. Alright. 344 meter per second at 25 degrees Celsius temperature. We are taking it routine. Now the time it is taking for going in, for coming back, it is taking 0.1 second. So the timing it is taken is 0.1 second for going as well as coming. So half of the time is for only going or coming. The timing will be half of 0.1, which is 0.05. Alright, half of 1 is 0.5 and 0.1, so 0.05. Now you are knowing that speed is distance upon time. What is the speed you have to take? It's this 344. Distance is suppose d, time is, so it's this way, 344 into 1 by 2 into 0.1, which is d. Therefore you will get the distance as 17.2 meter. So the minimum amount of distance that is needed for the echo to get created is this 17.2 meter. For the distance is 17.2 meter, this is the minimum distance that is needed for the generation of echo. Okay, so this is clear, and every time we have to compare with 17.2 only. Remember in echo, and one more topic which we will do soon, you will have to take speed is distance upon time, but the distance will always be double. Over here also you are seeing that once the wave will go and another time will come. Distance is doubled, so only time we are taking half. You can do any one of the thing. Either take time half or take the distance double. Both will do. Alright. Note it down, then we'll move further. Now the next concept, which is this reflection of sound. What is this reflection of sound and what are its laws? Somewhat something like you have understood in your light, somewhat something similar is like that. They have given you an experiment in which from one side the sound is incident and from the other side the sound is heard. When the sound is incident and it is heard, in both these cases, some of the norms which are like the light that is followed. The very first, the wave which is incident, that is called as incident wave. Alright, on any surface, when the light wave is incident, it is called as incident wave of light. When the sound wave is incident, it will be called as sound wave. So, the incident wave, when it is getting incident on any surface, ultimately it is going to get reflected. So, incident wave, then reflected wave, and normal at the point of incidence. All three waves will lie in same plane. The incident wave, the reflected wave, and the normal. Normal means at 90 degree, whenever the so line at 90 degree is called normal. So whenever at 90 degree the line is drawn, it is called as normal. So the incident wave, the reflected wave and the normal, all three will lie in the same plane. Next is, suppose this with the normal, the angle made over here by the incident wave is I, while by the reflected wave is R, then the angle of incidence and angle of reflection will be equal. What are these? These are laws of reflection. Alright, so let's see once again the incident wave, the reflected wave and normal at the point of incidence. All three will lie in the same plane. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. This is all of the concept about the reflection of sound. Note down this, then we will see about the multiple reflection and its uses. Now moving on the next concept, which is the multiple reflection of sound. The next topic is this, multiple reflection of sound. For that we need to understand one word, which is reverberation time. What is this reverberation and what is this reverberation time? So sometimes what happens that original sound as well as its echo and everything, multiple echoes are getting generated. Generally it happens in all the auditoriums and all like that, because sometimes you might be listening to any particular speaker, he is speaking, his original sound is also coming to you, the reflected sound is also coming to you. In that case you cannot judge what you are listening, you cannot understand the thing that is getting delivered. So what is that? That is actually because of the multiple reflection of this sound, and it is creating problems sometimes. And that is called as reverberation, and it is the time period during which the multiple echoes are getting generated is called as reverberation time. Most of the times they are seeing that multiple echoes doesn't get generated in the auditoriums and halls. So for that, what they are doing so that multiple echoes doesn't get created, for that sometimes some of the methods that they are using is, they are using the acoustic tiles, the sound that will absorb the extra, the tile that is going to absorb the sound so that the multiple echoes doesn't get generated. The next thing is they use the draperies. Draperies means when you are attending the marriage function, at that time that mandap you all are seeing, on that big curtains like thing they are putting, no, so there is an arrangement like that. That is called as draperies. On the ceilings they are generally hanging it. Then use of the curtains, some of the material is such that it will absorb the sound wave. So these are the ways by which all such kind of problems can be solved. Multiple echoes are not only harmful, they are useful also. Now which are the places where they are useful? The very first one is in the soundboard. Now what happens in some of the concert halls, the ceilings are curved, and whatever is the source is generating, it gets reflected over here. Whatever is the sound wave, it gets reflected. So sometimes what happens is actually more for seeing that in more proportion of area the sound gets sound reaches, for that multiple reflection is useful. In case of the concert halls and all, there they are keeping the ceilings and somewhat backstage at the upper side they are keeping it curved so that whatever the sound goes it gets reflected for the larger area. The next is the stethoscope. You all are knowing this, the use of the stethoscope. You know what happens, you all are knowing that this in the stethoscope over here you are having something which is of metal, and then it goes and the doctor is hearing. Here this metal will detect the sound vibration and then it will allow it to go. Constantly over here the sound will get reflected, and after getting reflected it will go into the ear, and this is how the multiple echoes are generated. And ultimately in the case of stethoscope it is ultimately a boon for us. Then next, megaphone. In many movies you might have seen, especially Salman Khan is using in his Dabangg type movies, where he generally is saying ke, wherever you are, you just come out of the place from where you are. So megaphone is something like thing where you will speak, no, it will get spread in all the directions. Even many times in the like IPL matches and everywhere, people are using it. So whenever you want it to get spread for a large amount of area, in that case the megaphones are used. The next one is the hearing aids. Now we all are knowing that there are people who are sometimes not able to hear whatever we are saying. All right. So these people who are not able to hear whatever we are saying, what kind of problem they are facing and why is the problem with them. Sometimes what happens, it is not only I'm not talking about all the internal problems. Sometimes the sound doesn't reach only to their basic eardrum. So what happens is, and whatever is the sound going, sometimes because of the age and many other factors, it doesn't get that much amplified, and so that the eardrum starts vibrating. So in that case the hearing aids is used. It will collect all the surrounding sounds, it will amplify the sound and then it will send it to the eardrum, so that the eardrum will start its functioning well. So all the hearing problems cannot be solved, but few can be solved by the hearing aid devices. So these are the uses of the multiple echoes. It is not only the fact that things are always useless, like multiple echoes, a coin is having two sides. Right, in the same way multiple echoes is having its own advantages as well as disadvantages. Okay, so that is all for the content of the day. Now we will have a quick look at whatever part we did today. Let us first see from where we started today. Today in the beginning we started with the topic of speed of sound. Speed of sound is different in different media. If we talk about solid, then it is different in solid, liquid and gases. It is more in solids than in liquids, and after that in gases. Speed of sound depends on two things. One is the temperature and another one is the density. More the density, more will be the speed. Then we discussed about the change in the timings, that is speed of the sound is about 334 meter per second, while speed of light is 3 to 10 raised to 8 meter per second. And because of this 10 to the power 6 power difference, lightning is seen first, flash of lightning is seen first during lightning, and the sound is heard later, the thunder is heard later. Then we talked about the shock waves. What are the shock waves? Whenever the source speed is greater than the speed of the sound, in that case the sound waves, they get accumulated, and these are generating the waves of conical shape, which are called as the shock waves. And if these are bombarded on the means if they are generated on the ground, it is called as sonic boom, which is very dangerous. Then we saw about the reflection of sound wave. Sound waves, it gets reflected, and the minimum amount of distance that is needed for the generation of echo is of about 17.2 meter. Then we saw about the reflection of sound waves, that is incident wave, reflected wave and normal. All three will lie in the same plane. Second law, angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Then the multiple reflection of sound, it is having its own advantages and disadvantages. Many times because of the multiple reflection of sound, we are not able to hear the content, and in that case what happens is, because we are not able to hear the content properly, in that case the problem arises is we are not able to understand what is getting said, because the original sound as well as its reflected sound, and that also not once, twice, thrice it comes, then that is the problem of multiple echoes, and it is used also. So multiple reflection is sometimes useful, sometimes it is not useful, and in order to get avoided acoustic tiles, acoustic the curtains are used, then the draperies are used. So these are the ways by which we can prevent that problems, but it is used also. What are the uses? The uses were in the stethoscope, then in the ceiling, then in the megaphone, and then in the hearing aid devices. So that's all for the content of the day, my students. I hope that you have understood all the content. Do your homework regularly as and how you are doing. That's all, my dear ones. Thank you so much for listening to me, and have a very good day. Bye bye.